What's up guys, I'm Derek. This is my 2019 TRD off-road. It's the 4x4 package. I got this about a year ago, and actually like 1 year to this day. And you can catch my build on drec_done on Instagram. Prior to this, I actually had a 2016 SR5. It was a 2-wheel drive. So with this, we're gonna do a walk around so you can check out the differences and the build on it. What we got here, we actually have the Brute Force. It's actually the hybrid. I don't think it's on his website yet, but you can find him on Instagram at Brute Force. He just came out with this one. It's the hybrid version, like I was stating. You can actually have room for a winch. So this is still brand new, so I haven't got the winch yet, but you can add the fair lead, has that, and it's actually rated to a 20-inch light bar. So compared to like a C4, that one is a 30-inch, so you can save yourself a little bit of money on a 20-inch light bar. What I got here, I actually got the 2 LP6s. These things are freaking badass right here. They have 3 settings. There's an amber backlit when it's like a DRL, and then it has a lows, and then it actually has a highs. So it actually has spots on your highs, so you get some definitely quality lighting. Over here, we actually have spots for from different lighting mounts if you want. Has one right here, has 2 right here, and then 1 right here currently. I am running the amber fogs. I do have it plug and play into my OEM settings, so I can just turn those on as well. You got your 2 D-ring mounts, so you can hook those up as well. And then you have, everything's just bolt on, so you pretty much have to take off your old existing bumper. That kind of sucks because you got to cut all this, but hey, you got the high clearance now, and you got that nice steel bumper. If you go kind of underneath here, we got the A-arm skids as well, and I'm still only currently running just the tin can stock plate right there, so I got to switch that out. We got the retrofitted lights. I actually did this myself. It is pretty difficult. Right here I actually did matte black, and then on that part right there is actually gloss. I do have a video on how you can do that yourself. You pretty much have to cook these in the oven to remove that, so if you already know about that, it's pretty difficult, but they look freaking badass like that. What we got here, I actually just switched up to, these are 315 75/16 wrapped on some VTX wheels. These are the classics. These actually come with a -12 offset, so you're gonna get a little bit of poke without any kind of like wheel spacer, so it's just enough where you're gonna get some nice clearance. But I mean, these are pretty damn big wheels and tires. The whole setup, I mean, you could run your stock fender setup, but that's why I decided to go with that Brute Force. You are gonna need a cab mount chop. You probably fit in here and see that, but so I have a cab mount chop where they had to cut that because these tires, these things are so big, they just rub like crazy. Underneath here, I have the Icon 2.5. These are the remote reservoirs, so these do have an adjustments. I also am currently running the tubular UCAs, the upper control arms from Icon as well. I also removed my sway bar, so I'm actually getting some more articulation with that being removed as well. You can actually see now it doesn't have any kind of, they call it like the training wheels when you have the sway bar off. But you're getting a lot more movement, you got more articulation, and definitely a lot more play for the off-road. So also I'm currently running, I pretty much have everything Baja Designs. It's pretty much like the best lighting you can get. The light output is just crazy. I also have the Rago Fabrication mounts here. These are just the regular, they're not the low pros. So these are the S1s in these are I believe spots, so they just have like a nice spot. It's like having a nice flashlight. Up above here, I am running the PRINSU rack. I do have a cutout for a 40-inch light bar, but because of the light bar, it just casts too much like light on your hood. I decided to put the light towards the front. That's why I have it on the Brute Force. Up here, I also have the CVT. This is actually an awning. I believe JesseRizo has a video on YouTube on the awning, if you want to check that out. Pretty much they're all universal, they work the same. This is just CVT. I believe this one's a 6-footer, so I have that mounted up there, and then I just have room for anything I want to carry. If we start going back down here, I'm also running the Cali Rays LED, but I got them through Cali Rays Off-Road. These are the bolt-on 25-degree angle sliders. I got them powder coated, and I also have the kick out. So when you're going around boulders or rocks, it's gonna kick you out and kind of just save you from it hitting any of your back panel. I also have just a roll call of just pretty much just the people I support, brands, you know, that I back behind. I also carry the roto packs. This one's gonna be your gas, this is gonna be your water. I don't carry any gas currently right now because the gas starts to go bad. But I do have water. I mean, I'm not drinking water, it's just basically for camping, or if you have like a fire, then you can pretty much extinguish that fire with some water. You can wash your hands. I mean, you can pretty much, you know, there's lots of options you could do with carrying water. On the rears here, I have these are just 2.0s. There's 2.5s that have adjustments, but I did not get those. These definitely work, like they work great. So I love these. These are the 2.5 with reservoirs. I also have the Icon Adaleafs. Got a nice dent right there, so I put a nice sticker on it to cover it up. So we can go back here. I also did the, this is called the RAPTOR stamp. I actually got this from Beyond Wraps, so if you want to check them out, you can check him out on Instagram at Beyond Wraps. He does great work. Any of my wrap stuff is all pretty much from Marvin. That's his name, at Beyond Wraps. So you definitely could take care of that. I do also have the mountain hatch. So with this one, definitely nice. I believe Jesse has a video on this one too. Super nice. Now you have a nice smooth surface. It's nice. It's a food safe grade cutting board. It's also just super nice just to sit on it, to put all your camping stuff on it, your stove, your drinks, whatever. Just pretty much night and day difference compared to like that grid. It just totally sucks. So I decided to get a red one, just kind of go with a little bit, something a little different. Put your tailgate down and people are like, what is that? Do you also carry, these are action tracks. They're pretty much like max tracks. These are recovery boards, so anytime you get stuck in the snow, mud, sand, basically I like the action tracks because they actually have a like shovel design, so you can actually shovel it in there and it goes in between the tire and the place that you're stuck in, and now it has just something nice to just grab onto, and just instead of your tire just spinning constantly, you shove this down and then pretty much just gonna grab onto it. So I just keep it for it's pretty much just like insurance, you know, like just in case you get stuck, a buddy gets stuck, you just pretty much grab that. Up top here, I'm actually carrying a Tepui. This is the Air 2. It's a 4 seasons tent, so it's about a 2-person. It's usually just me. It's just big enough, and it is also rated for 4 seasons. So if you're ever interested in tents, definitely look into like where you're gonna go. If you're gonna go in snow, more summertime, but they have seasons. So this one's rated for, you know, you get some more time to use it. What I did actually back here, I actually added 3 Baja Lights. These are actually their rock lights. They actually have a bunch of different colors. I decided to get red because these I actually tapped into my brake light as my 3rd brake light, because now with the tent, it's pretty much covering that back light. So, and especially off-roading, like when you hit the brake, it's super dusty or you just can't see the light. These are actually gonna cut through like the dust and just rain and snow. Just it's a lot more clear. So I got 3 of those hooked up. When you hit the brake, you're gonna see that. Back here, I also have the amber, those S1s, but these are actually in amber. Same thing, when you're going off-road, you want people to see you, want to know if someone's up ahead of you in the trail. Then these are called chase lights. I do actually have a video on those. If you ever want to check out, I do have a YouTube channel as well. It's drec_done. Or no, actually that one's just drec_done. Yeah, my Instagram's the other one. So you can check those out, and those definitely help out on the trail, and people can visually see a lot more. Basically what I got on the inside, nothing too fancy except for my patch game. Got some patches down here. Creative way to use your radio when you're going off-roading. Actually, you do have your little clip, so if you flip your vent around, then you could just mount it right there, and honestly, it stays on there super clean. Turn it on, frequency mode, and then you could just speak and just have it just right there. Also got my phone mount right there, so in case you use GPS, you use your phone, have that as well. And just currently just running some LEDs. So just future plans basically for the rig. Got it pretty much dialed into my liking. It took about like 3 years of just trial and error, testing stuff out, seeing what I like. Definitely happy with everything on the front. I think I'm gonna start working on the back, get a high clearance for the rear, so then that way when you hit the trail, it's just not really tagging anything. I believe I'm also gonna look into a winch, maybe a few more lighting, just get my lighting down for the nighttime trails. But basically the high clearance rear is basically next with the winch and just some more recovery gear. Camping wise, I believe I pretty much have everything I need so far. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it right now though. So, I mean, if you guys have any questions or anything, you guys can always follow me on Instagram. Like I mentioned, it's drec_done. So if you guys have questions, just, you know, send me a DM, comment on any pictures, whatever. I'm always there, so you can hit me up. If you ever want to check out some videos I have too on YouTube, not JesseRizo, but you know, I got a couple on there. So if you want to check it out, I do have some DIYs that can kind of help you out on your headlights or chase lights or whatever too. So that one is just drec done on YouTube too, so you can check that out. Appreciate you guys checking it out. Hopefully you guys like the rig, and catch you guys on the next one.